Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This one delivers and then some, because I am currently on a monster streak, and in this streak at this moment, this is 11 consecutive victories, and this one was a really wild game, and this is one that tests you to see just what kind of abilities you have. And can you use those abilities to come back from the grave? And brother, when it comes to coming back from the grave, I'm like Dracula. So when we were kids, my dad always used to not press the concept, but in sports specifically, is know how to win the game. It doesn't matter what game you're playing. If you're playing tic-tac-toe, you got to know how to win the game, which is easy. 3 X's or 3 circles in a row, you win. Okay? So you got to know what happens and then, or what will happen based upon what is around, what is available. And so you start with those low games, very easy stuff for kids. Tic-tac-toe, checkers is another one. Then in our household, my dad was a chess freak, and he learned sometime before I was born, but really didn't get into it, hard until, I started getting a little bit older. And then he realized, hey, I have this monkey right here that I can, teach how to play chess, and then I'll have a monkey to play chess with. This is the days long before computers, all right? This is the late 60s. So my dad taught me the moves, etc., and we play chess. And chess is a game of mental power, yes, but it is primarily a game of experience. And what this teaches you is how to win games, and that's the structure from a not super easy like checkers. It's more complicated and it's more varied. In a lot of ways, the strategy in this game is very similar to chess, that you have to know a lot of things to be able to force victories. Now, you have to be a good shooter, although you can win games without shooting. In fact, I'm going to show you one here where the game is won without shooting to a certain slim area. Okay, so you got to know what's available, what you can do, what you need to do. What are the situations governing what's going on here? This is the kind of stuff that my dad taught us. Now, my dad became a tennis coach for his college. And he was so good at tennis that my dad was beating his team, the members of his team, until he was 50. So the coach is giving beatings to the players on the team because he was that good. And my dad was very short. He's the shortest good tennis player you've ever seen. And tennis is not a game that necessarily favors the short guy. Like soccer actually favors the short man. The short man with the skills has a big advantage because of the agility factor. And my dad was a terrific soccer player. But my dad was a terrific tennis player. And he was beating guys 6'3", 6'4", good players, for a long time. And it's because my dad knew how to win. And that's what I learned, was how to win. And I'm going to show you how I use this mentality of how to win in this game. And this is an awesome game because, man, this thing started off chaotic. So before we start, please leave a like for this video. It'll help people see it. And this is the kind of stuff that you just don't see anywhere else. Please consider subscribing when you're watching this video, because I'm going to tell you, you're going to get gold right here. Please tell your friends, because hey, they might want to watch it too, and they might want to learn how to win better, and maybe they'll subscribe. And for my subscribers, you know that this is awesome because you've seen other stuff and you've already subscribed, so you get the drift. So now we're going to get to the game, man, and this is a good one. Welcome to the Arctic region. This game lasts the full 10 minutes. And it's worth every bit of it. So I'm going along, trying to get over to the left, well, actually to my left, which is the eastern side of the map. And that idea was quickly stopped. Now watch this idiot. Look out, Superstar. He's dead, Jim. We're one guy down. And now these freaks, they come charging up the center, more or less. I'm like, holy crud, I'm getting drilled. You know, I had another video that started like this, where I started getting drilled right in the beginning, and I ended up as MVP. Well, guess what? Here's another one just like it. Okay, that one I was goofing around. This one I'm not goofing around. We're under intense pressure, multiple guys headed towards the base. I had to duck, thankfully, into the ditch to survive this. I'm like 60% dead. I don't have a shot. I can't do anything. So right now, I have to rely. I was on my guys, and I was giving them information of where to go, what needed to be eradicated first, which is those three stooges right there by the circle. They're the major problem, and I'm hoping that I can take this route and get back behind cover, because I haven't done a thing at this point except stay alive, which turns out to be super important. Now remember, that guy blew his brains out. So we were just, 10 to 10. Now it's 9 to 10. So we're trying to overcome this guy's goofiness that hurt the team as a whole, but it wasn't fatal. Man, I'm sure hoping that these trees are going to give me the protection, and the distance from the enemy is enough to where I don't get spotted. I have maximum vision in this tank. It has the absolute maximum vision it can have. Advanced optics, and the commander has the binoculars perk. It's 450-ish. So it's got the maximum possible vision. It has a enhanced rations, which jacks that up. So I spend this time here trying to get shots on the Skoda, which is dead center of the screen right there. That's the Skoda. Now I'm drilling these guys over here. He's dead. There's a Martyr. Then you have this other medium tank over here, this Matilda. I mean, we're in relatively decent shape. Now it's 3 to 6. It's getting ugly. But again, we're still in position. We have a shot. The Matilda is basically dead on a sliver of health. The Skoda, I got him as soon as he ever comes out from behind the rock. Now I got spotted somehow. Probably the Skoda. And then artillery starts playing his fiddle. So he's pounding on me. He doesn't have a specific shot. If I'm hugging the rock, he's basically got no shot on me. If he hits a perfect shot, it might give me a little bit of splash damage, maybe. That was my mistake. I should have drilled that guy. Got him there. Hit him again. If I don't get the Skoda, we're going to lose. And he kills himself. Jackpot. So I don't get credit for killing that Skoda, and I don't really care. I get a lot of credit, so don't worry about it. He's dead, and he was the number one guy that had to go because he was the guy spotting me for the stupid artillery. Now this tank destroyer guy, he got mited. So now 3 to 6, I've shaved that one down 2 to 3. And he's gone. Goodbye, Blue Fox. I got to be careful. I don't want to be like that M8 guy who blew his brains out. So I decided I was going to come over here because I have maximum vision. I want to get over here. And I don't know who's the guy who sent me an alert. But he had the greatest idea you're ever going to see. I'm over here with maximum vision. All right. And I figure, you know what? One guy, well, I got an alert that said that guy was probably about Delta or Echo 2. I don't know if that's the case or not. I'll wait for this guy to flash that. 4 minutes. It takes the whole 4 minutes. But what I'm doing here is I'm a perched owl looking, and I've got maximum vision. So there's like no chance this guy is going to spot me before I spot him. So I'm just waiting here. And then one of the guys was staying in the game. He was dead. And he gave me the alert signal, the circle. Like I said, it's about the area of about Echo 2. And so I just spent the time looking at this. There we go. Oh, that's the artillery. Sorry, my bad. This comes later. Yeah, I butchered the artillery. Idiot. Wrong spotter. He had no chance. So it's after this. Yeah, there's that. I don't know. It doesn't say who's doing that. I don't know who gave me that signal. He gave me the signal from behind. And I was like, what the? There's no chance he's behind me. I looked and I realized what's going on here. And his signal eventually made me realize we're playing an assault game. We own the circle. So if the clock expires, we win on the clock expiration. You got to know how to win. So the current dominant element is the clock is killing him. He's losing on the clock. So since he's losing on the clock, the guy's idea wasn't to look behind me, but it was to go behind this shield and dare him to step into the circle. Because if he steps into the circle, I'll know where he is, and I'll have the ability to rise and spot him. And with this cover, he has almost no chance. Now let's see where this guy is at. Where is he hiding? Oh, he's hiding in the sniper cove. There's a sniper cove here, and then right across there is another one. So he's completely undamaged. Wow, I had no idea. I was sitting here going, you know what? I got this, because he's got to take the circle to win this game. He can't take the circle, essentially, with any kind of speed. And if he goes to the circle, he's completely wide open. So it's really a bad situation. And rather than risk it, I guess he just decided he's just going to hang back and just take the loss and stay alive. You know, to him, I guess living was more valuable He killed 2 guys. I mean, that's good. Living to him was more valuable than trying to win. Here, when it got to the 1 minute mark, I knew he couldn't capture the flag. So the only way he gets me is kill. He's got to win. He's got to kill me. That's not happening. He's not going to roll up this ramp and kill me. This just isn't going to happen. Now, again, I'm showing you that he's doing the same strategy except for one thing. I don't have to kill him to win. He gets to kill me to win. And as a chess master, waiting out a 10-minute game, please, that's not even a challenge. So that guy took an interesting angle at finishing the game, which I had not anticipated, really. But like I said, I came out of the grave like Dracula. 1 foot in the grave, came out. I mean, MVP is a total bonus. I'm just there trying to help the team win. Okay, and now we're here at the end of game screen. Man, at the very beginning, no one in their right mind says, hey, you're going to get 4 kills and 1,000 damage and MVP. I'm like, yeah, right. What are you on, dope? So, hey, things happen, okay? I told you this is a test of skills that you kind of don't want to have tested. Can you get hammered, and survive and come back? Well, the answer is yes, but it's difficult and it's very treacherous. As you saw, that guy at the very beginning dives off the hill, bam, he's dead. I'm like, oh great, now we're one man down. And it's actually worse than that. We had several guys that didn't do jack. But on the other hand, we had several other players who stepped up and did the most that they could and helped the team to victory. And that is really the more important lesson. So you look here, obviously I'm in the martyr, but number 2, M5A1, that guy got 2 kills, 800 damage. That's outstanding. The VP43, again, 2 kills, 800 damage. Outstanding. The Tank Destroyer, SU-85, 2 kills, 1,000 damage. Wow, that was really outstanding. Electo, another tank, he's a, Tank Destroyer. 2 kills, important, 400 damage. Now, as I always tell people, to win games, you got to do one of 2 things. You got to do damage or you got to kill guys. All of those guys that killed 2 guys did that. They killed 2 guys, which is fantastic. Now, one guy got 800, 1,000. Another guy got 400. It's not to say the guy with 400 damage didn't do a good job. He did kill 2 guys. And as one of my friends says, you have to remove the gun from the fight. So we don't say that he was inferior. The other guys did extra. They did extra damage. You need guys that do extra damage. Roundabout, a decent job, 1 kill. It's a contribution, man. Couple hundred damage, we'll take it. I mean, your first goal to win games is, well, let's say you don't have your best game. If you can take out 1 guy and about 1 tank's worth of hit points and you get killed somehow, at least you carried your weight, okay? You weren't a liability. Now, the rest of them start looking pretty bad. Panzer 5-4, he must have gotten ambushed or something. He did 400 damage, which was good, but no kills. And he's the biggest dog on this team. So that's disappointing. M4, same story, decent tank. I mean, he did 1 tank's worth of damage, basically, which is okay. That VK65 not too hot. Okay. Oh, I forgot. That Stewart in second place. That guy had 500 assist damage. That was awesome. So you got contributions from different guys, but the bottom 5 didn't do much, at least by the numbers. Okay. But we were overrun, and that's just, guys are going to get whacked. So that happened. Those guys got whacked. But the guys that survived, the top, let's say, 6 guys who made the kills. The top 6 are the guys who made the kills. Those 6 players did a great job. They're the ones that survived the assault, got their stuff together, and were able to, knock dudes out. And that's what we needed, because we lost that M8A1 right at the very bottom from the get-go. I mean, he didn't last 20 seconds into the match and gone. And that guy has a good gun, so, whatever. But we hung in there, clawed our way back, and I was just lucky to be in the position to find a position to do what I did. Caught a break when the Skoda got killed, by killing himself, by falling off into the hole. I mean, I was going to kill him if he doesn't fall off. Tomato, tomato. Okay, it doesn't really make a difference. So remember, I didn't get credit for that kill. So that's really a 5th kill that I engineered, by the threat. And their artillery, that guy did a good job, man. He tried to pound me. You saw him. He was pounding in my area, but I don't know what possessed him to try and take that base, but he found out that wasn't the right one. Man, that base is a hard base to take, because you saw where I was at. That's a great sniper location. So let's look at these medals. I got the arsonist for setting a guy on fire and, killing him. The rest is pretty basic stuff. That's just a fire for effect. Do more damage than your hit points. Done. Fighter, kill 4 or 5 enemy vehicles. If you kill 6, you get a Top Gun. 2nd place mastery badge. Not a problem. I already had that. I already got a 1st class mastery badge somewhere. Don't think I have mastery on this tank, but let me go and check, actually. I checked. 1st class mastery is the highest that I have. I'm going to have to do some more hammering damage to get that mastery badge, because I've had some really good games, 12 and 1300 damage, and that wasn't enough, apparently. So it was a terrific game, really. When you're in the moment, you don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot more things to consider. But I thought it was a really, really great test of skills, which I was able to pass. Man, I don't recommend it, man. It's kind of mentally nerve-wracking. And if you're not used to it, it can get your goat. Me, after this game is over, I'm going to go continue my streak. My streak is really nasty. Let me show it to you. Okay, so at the time of this match, I've been on a current 11-game winning streak. You only see 10 here, because this is going to show all of the Martyr games. The one I just finished, the Arctic region. There was a Lakeville, a swamp, a cliff, a pretty good game at Heilbronn, Malinovka, airfield, another swamp. Before that, I had 138H game in the Ghost Town. I got killed in that one, but I helped my team win. Killed 2 guys. It was pretty awesome. 2 strong, difficult guys under fire. And then a game you'll see in another video that I made, a victory at a tier 10 match at Prokhorovka with the Kanonen Jagdpanzer, KJ Panzer 105. That was an awesome game too. The streak will end at some point, obviously, but Arctic region is not where it ended. That much I can tell you, because I finished that game. So I'm going to go out and press forward and see what we're getting, because I'm I'm running a test really of 20, Martyr 38T games and see what happens. And so far, this is 8 of those. That was game number 8, and that's an 8-0 streak for the Martyr 38T, which the stats say is one of my most efficient tanks. So I thought, hey, let's go see exactly, what happens. So that's why I'm doing this whole thing. But this game was so fantastic that I had to make a video of it so you guys could see the process used to win this game. It's not just point and shoot. That's the end of the process. It's, doing all the other stuff that gets you in position to point and shoot is what, separates the men from the boys, as they say. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to please leave a like for it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. I make it worth your while, and I do things here that you don't see, and that includes great medals that are achieved by my friends. If they'll send me a copy of it, I'll show a video of these awesome medals that they have achieved, which you've seen quite a few of those. It's not just about the stuff I do. Anything that's out of the ordinary, I want to show it to people so they can see it and have some, fun with what they're doing. Thanks again to all my subscribers. You guys have been fantastic. I got more to go. The streak continues, and I'm on the road. I'll see you guys later.